the first 4 picks from Blacklist are really solid together, right? You have double sustained supports in Pugna and Tree, 2 of the strongest ones at that in the meta. And then you have Luna and Mag, 2 of the best heroes to create this ball situation where you can just displace heroes, pull them into your sustain in Luna, create the fight around the glaives where we've seen this hero just carry games hard. Then you like throw this Doom in there. The Doom's the wild card for me because I have not seen this hero perform too well. I think it's a great anti-carry hero. Like it's going to shut the Morphling down if you can ever land that. But we did see Blacklist struggle with it earlier because it just feels slow, right?
I can safely say I've never seen First Blood happen in this part of the map.
Yeah, that's a weird one. That's a very weird one.
Well played by Blacklist to make that happen.
And it's to Tim's, which is pretty nice. Should help their laning a decent amount, as you can use that gold for fast mana boots if you can get there. I still feel like I'm favoring Blacklist in this game. As long as nothing crazy happens, they just get to play their slow, methodical Dota, get Luna to her timings. I think the 5-man is pretty hard for Secret to fight into.
So you're saying K-Dog is wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, as you said, he couldn't actually like put into words what he didn't like about Blacklist lineup.
So, my only real issue with it is like, what is Doom's role in it other than I'm dooming Morphling? Is that a good enough role? Like, also, what are Gabby's items in this game? Is it the old style of Doom where he's going to go like Greaves Pipe? But you can always throw Midas in there. But is it a utility or a Doom? Or is it this greedy bots, Octarine, Midas, Blink, Ag, Shivas, whatever, right?
I would guess it's probably
I feel like it is that too. And my issue is that type of Doom, I don't think it actually, like, I don't think it changes their win condition that much. It hurts the Morphling, and it might win them some fights, but, like, I would love to see, like, Greaves Pipe Doom just buff up this Luna. She's going to have Empower on top of it. You have double sustained supports. Like, you can just go push these objectives really early, right? I feel like you create a situation where maybe Secret will lack damage fighting into that. I think it's an option. I don't know how good it is in the meta. Obviously, these teams have scrimmed with it. They've seen these different item builds go to work. And this lane is very strong, as we're seeing early.
Yeah, Luna Train Protector is not a lane I ever want to match up against.
No. I mean, Train Protector wins lanes because he has 92 base damage. And you throw some extra Luna Aura on top of that on the later points. It's just plain nasty, but hey, 3v2, it's unfair.
Yeah, exactly. Get the numbers advantage, and that makes things pretty different.
And that's a very early TP, right? That is a level 1 TP from Puppey just to swing this lane and leave Crystallis alone bottom. Does get some regen burn, but he's alive, so I guess worth it.
I mean, if there's any hero that you can leave alive in that kind of situation, definitely the Morphling.
I mean, Panda's just not an offlaner you want to have, like, lose XP or get all his regen burn and fall behind.
Yeah.
It feels so bad to have a sacked Panda.
And it feels so good to get like level 6 before the enemy gets, you know, to a point where they can go jungle. It kind of guarantees you can use that first primal split to get a kill on the carry.
If Boom gets the primal split kill on Raven, he's going to have a great game.
Yeah.
Because it's a great primal split game. Lot to dispel here. You can toss the Luna. There's not a lot of damage that comes outside the Mag and the Luna in this game. Maybe a clutch Doom.
I always find this interaction pretty funny. Magnus versus Primal Beast. We'll probably see at least one point in time where Midwan pops Trample when Abed goes for the skewer on him. And then he obviously is moving the Primal Beast a bunch right next to him. Just takes a ton of damage in return.
It'll happen. But generally, I think Mag is... I don't want to say he's happy in this matchup, but I think he doesn't care about it.
Yeah.
Like, Mag gets a generally free lane, gets to play his style of Dota, gets to farm up, and then he just hits really damn hard. And he can take the team fights to the Primal. So if you're confident in your Mag strategy, I don't think you care about this Primal matchup.
Sure. Yeah, I would agree with that. The one thing we did talk about for, you know, all 3 of these games of Blacklist was their strategy. Their draft has been maybe a bit lacking in team fight. Do you feel like they have better team fights than Secret in this game?
Their 5-man is way stronger than those other games. So they changed direction for sure. Like, those other games we saw, they had, like, clockwork supports, right?
Yeah.
These pick-off-oriented lineups that were supposed to play around Abed and control the map. This, they went for the Pugna Tree. This is much more 5-man oriented. Like, this is something you'd see out of, like, Gaiman that they played earlier, right?
Yep.
And I think that's a better direction to go in the patch in general. It doesn't mean you have to way overdo it or that's all you can do, but, like, I'd rather see Pugna Tree on my team than, like, Clock +1, you know? I just feel like my opportunity to win the game goes up because it's more forgiving and the 5-man's stronger. And I feel like my carry's happier. Like, Raven should be way happier in this game. He has a Pugna behind him to help him. He has a Pugna ward to fight around. He has Overgrowth to bail out the BKB man fighting. Tree and Armor to buff up a Luna. Empower to buff up the Luna. Like, there's so much they can use to just make this Luna as strong as possible. It's a big part of Dota, is who you're playing through, what's your win condition, how do you get there. So this type of draft, it's a lot more straightforward in my mind.
There it is. The trample doing a bunch of damage back. Mid one. Use the onslaught to be able to get to the rune. That rotation's again coming through. Tim's going to be a bit late to the party, so a 2 versus 3 is going to keep commencing here. As blast after blast is not slowing down Secret. They want to be able to hunt down the rest of these heroes. Tims does have a Lotus though, and he can turn back around against these heroes with the Nether Ward trying to protect him. Tims, he'll tick out. The burn from the Panda was too much, and Carlo is not going to be able to do anything to stop Puppey from running away. So they are built this entire lineup to be able to play around and through this Luna, but the laning phase is punishing so far with the Furion rotations coming out from Puppey.
Yeah, Puppey's done a really nice job just skewing this lane in Boom's favor, and it'll push him to top on the net worth after all these kills. He's got earned charges to boot. This is just a blight over Furion getting the job done. Maybe Blacklist not ready to respond to this lane, but it's like, where else is he going to go, right? Another skewer, trample.
Yeah, this time using the shockwave to stop the charge away from mid one. It's a smart little wrinkle in that game plan. And again, here comes that Furion. And this time around, Tims isn't going to be able to even TP in, so it is a guaranteed bad fight for Blacklist.
Puppey, he's just getting a feeding frenzy up here, and Crystallis is not really suffering bottom as mid one makes a rotation, gets him an extra kill, but he was doing fine down here. Like, he's second in net worth, second in CS on this laning phase on a Morph lane, who's basically just been left down here solo. The strength of this Morph pick is showing as Blacklist have been unable to pressure Crystallis while at the same time Raven is getting the treatment. I mean, Raven is not level 4 while Crystallis is 5.5. That tells you the difference. And we were talking about Boom getting to 6 before Raven. I mean, it's guaranteed at this point.
Yeah.
So these Furion rotations have paid off for sure in the early game. And it's putting Secret in a solid position.
And how do you put yourself on even ground if you're Blacklist? You ask for a Magnus rotation? A Doom rotation? Like, those are heroes that are not naturally going to fill that role to try and counteract what the Primal Beast is doing.
Abed got a haste, so maybe that'll make it happen. As he's
maybe.
TP top.
TP coming in. Boom, not quite level 6. The Furion is going to TP in and help finish off Raven. So even though they have this great setup from Abed, they may not have any damage to really do much more than kill Yamich.
Pretty
3-man RP, but a 1 hero kill.
That's probably like the saddest 3-man RP you'll see in a long time.
Yeah.
It does get the kill for Abed, so he's not too sad about it. But again, Raven dies, right? Now this is where you can get the turnaround. This is what this matchup is designed to do. Just punish Crystallis for lingering in this Doom matchup. That's a big kill for Blacklist. Really big kill. Because now you alleviate some of the pressure from Raven's game. Because he definitely feels like he's falling behind. He's not even 4.5 on this Luna, man. It's brutal out here.
And some of his comeback mechanism was going to be stacks.
He's a wisdom rune. Like, yeah. In fact, they took it, so it went to... Wait, who even got it?
They get double wisdom runes from the Furion?
Tims got it, but Tims is level 3. The levels are just missing for Blacklist right now. They are very far behind in XP.
The new Doom has got to be more effective against Morphling, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Stopping the heal factor is
it's like
really
an
nasty
auto kill,
hero,
basically.
Right? Yeah.
You have to go Lincolns in this matchup. You have to probably play with saves. You can bail him out, and Crystallis will make the rotation.
Yeah, another gate rotation from these Western European carries. Grabbed, good interrupt there from the Lucent Beam.
Random beam from the level 4 jungle Luna.
Yeah, what is he doing there?
Everyone's like, what the hell, man? Raven's game is so slow. Now he can catch up.
Abed is getting something done with this space. He's trying to chop down that mid-tier 1 tower. That'll help boost him to Blink Dagger.
Yeah, that's the upside for Blacklist here. Their 2 other cores are having a pretty solid game here. Both the Mag and the Doom, especially Abed leading with 60 CS already. He's free farming. So he's going to rush this Blink, try and get some play action happening. Enable the kind of like clunky healer supports. The big question is, can you force the fights into Secret when like you have the Furion who can respond globally? You have this Primal split, which, you know, we're talking about Boom using the Primal to kill Raven. Raven's to the jungle, so you can just hold this Primal split and play reactionary.
You're trying to make this kill happen without Doom being up
in 5.
Up in 5? Okay.
This is a pretty good move. Again.
Yeah, skewer him into it or just RP him and then
it's a freebie every time.
Yeah.
So that's what you want to keep connecting. Off cooldown, you can just keep killing this Morphling. That's where the Doom pick's going to shine. And he will go Vanguard into the Midas here. Maybe Gabby debating just going Midas as well. I'd still like to see maybe one or... Like, I think the Aura build on Doom could still be very good this game. But maybe it's less appealing with the start Ravens had, because he's going to have to catch up. So you got to be thinking about what your timings are, how you're going to align them, what you want to do with them. And if you're Secret, honestly, I mean, you invested a lot to give Boom a great start on the Panda. I think you want to start to pay it back at some point, right? You have full Vessel, so you want to fight. You want to be getting kills. You want to be using this ult right now.
Yeah, but some Pandas just like to keep farming and play for a level 2 ultimate with Radiance, which may be what Boom decides to do here.
I don't think you rush Vessel here if you want to farm.
That's true, yeah. Yeah.
Like, you go Midas or you rush Radiance or whatever, but you get the Vessel, you want to get the fight around the mid-tier 1. You want to backstab, bring other heroes, use the Furion ult with the connection on Puppey, and use these ults to shred these low-level supports right now. We still do not have Life Drain or Overgrowth online for Blacklist, so this mid-fight should be free for Secret in terms of spell power.
Does have a Quelling Blade, but a really good Sprout from Puppey puts it fully in front of him. No way to cut his way out.
And that's a big kill. 2 Vessel charges for Boom off that. Will reward that rotation. This should be a tier 1 mid. I do not see Blacklist defending this. Like, maybe with a blink on Abed, but even then, what's your damage follow-up?
Yeah. You'd have to get him all the way underneath the tier 2 tower or something.
Yeah, I mean, you know, 3-man RP into 3-man Pugna Blast.
Level 2 Pugna Blast.
It's not looking great. We'll see what they try and do. It is an option, but might be tough. Abed around the area.
Sims is putting himself out there as bait.
Yeah, that was bold, honestly. That was very bold. Like,
bait retrieved.
There is no way I see Pugna there, and I do not chase that to the end of the earth. Because you know they're not going to fight you. So, they're in charge will pay off for Boom. He takes the tower. Pretty decent payback from the Panda here. Blacklist just farming. They did end up rushing the Midas on Gabby, so they're going to play the long game. It's going to be Midas, Octarine, BKB Doom. Going to try and scale and just out-carry this Morphling who's up against a tough battle.
I mean, if he can pick up the right neutral ability and consistently break through that Linkens, having Doom up all the time against Morphling is going to be super effective. It's just whether or not he can consistently get it off.
I agree. I mean, I don't think this route is a invalid route to take at all. I think it can be very strong in this game. He did get caught bottom, trying to TP mid, but mid one found him, and the Doom went off, but too little, too late.
Yeah, that's actually doubly bad, because now the Doom is no longer there to threaten Crystallis, which he doesn't really die any other way.
This will open up some space for Secret to get aggressive if they want to. Now, Primal Split is on cooldown, but Boom also went back for the Midas. So Boom's going to match the Doom here. I mean, look at how far this Panda is, dude. So I don't want to say it's out of control, but a little out of control here. 5-1. He's 1,000 ahead of a Midas Devour Doom, like, who got Morphling kills. Ridiculous. Now, the levels are still suffering a bit, because a lot of that was like Puppey rotating in early and stuff, right? So he's level 9, and you do want to get to this level 2 ultimate at a fairly good time if you can. That's maybe the only thing missing here, but man, tremendous start for Boom after a pretty damn good game 1. His redemption arc continues.
Yeah, what'd you make of Boom and his off-lane performance this season so far?
I mean, it's definitely getting better, right? Like, that's all you really want. If you're investing in a player and you're willing to play with them long term, you just want to see the improvement.
Well, that's a pickoff. They may be punished for it, though. Boom's going to come on over here. Doesn't have his ultimate, but they are going to be able to stop the Raven TP away. And frankly, they don't need the ultimate with Boom rocking the kind of damage he has right now.
Yeah. That was a very heads-up TP out, though. Like, I'm surprised they did that fast. They knew that rotation was coming. So Abed continues his TP out streak. This man's just hard to kill, dude. I don't know. Like, he knows the second these fights are going bad. He's just out of there. That's a Shield Rune Blade Mail Primal Beast.
You're not touching that scaly boy.
Puppy's just TPing in the triangle here. God damn, that was aggressive.
Yeah, one really bad note for Raven is this triangle is continually occupied. I think at some point in time, pretty sure mid one took a hard camp stack. Abed is clearing out the Ancients regularly, but sometimes that's being blocked up or interrupted.
Yeah, Puppy's blocks some of these camps with his body, with some sentries and some treants here. And it'll be another smoke on the Panda right now, looking for Raven again. This would be a 4th death for the Luna in under 15 minutes.
And it's pretty much guaranteed at this point. Smoke breaks, they know he's somewhere in here. And the TP is not even worth completing.
Yeah, there's no helping this man. Just gotta keep farming. I mean, they are finding net worth, right? Like,
keep farming on every hero that is not Luna.
It doesn't feel good to play this reactionary. You just want to get at least like one team fight in there somewhere and get some momentum going.
It does seem like Secret have made really good reads on the hero that Blacklist is relying on. They have just identified one hero and just shut it down, right? The Slardar in game 1. This one, the Luna. They're just like, yeah, there's going to be one person who just doesn't have a game.
I mean, it's a nice way to play if the draft's dependent on it, which both of these for Blacklist kind of have. That game 1, they needed the Slardar for initiation. This game 2, it's a ball lineup centered around your Luna who brings it all together. If the Luna's timings are slowed down, then everything's slowed down. And even at your tier 3, you're not safe. As you get swapped out of your base and...
It's actually, that image right there is so perfect. Carlo dying again, but at the same time, Doom has completed his Octarine.
Gabby's farming.
That's the story of the game right now. They are farming on 2 cores. Whether or not those cores will be capable of stopping a 5-man Secret, that is all very
and look at this ward mid. This is a great ward for Secret, but
oh,
too
got
fast.
the blink first. RP and Doom both being used on the Brewmaster, who is a massive threat. Now, he does have his wind form, so he's a little bit difficult to bring down, but Raven is here to collect, and they'll be able to get Yamage there as well. So Secret finally getting a little bit too aggressive with their force swaps underneath like tier 3s, tier 2s.
That's just a big play from Abed. I mean, he blinked out of the Venge stun coming on off that ward. That was a great ward from Secret. Like, that's a very different fight. If Abed gets stunned, you're going to get the split off instead. He gets doomed. Cost Tim's a buyback, but I mean, whatever, right? And you get the D ward because Abed pings it out. So this is just, I mean, that's just all raw skill right there. Big turnaround.
Frankly, I feel like Tim's buyback was important just to get experience. Oh, we know he's level 8. When did he get those levels?
He's been split pushing, ricing it up a bit. But he's not too far behind. We're looking for Abed top again.
Skewers through. Rodovato's going to catch him. Oh, okay, that shockwave helps delay the initiation from mid 1, but they'll catch him eventually.
It was a skewer, but it isn't the skewer used it. Yeah, DD from mid 1 helps secure that as well. And map control continues for Secret. They're not building in that work lead though, right? Because of this Midas Octarine Doom, who has yet to really join a fight. Just accelerating the levels in the gold, almost level 14. We saw this in the game earlier from Gabby with this Doom, but I feel like he never found the footing in the fights. So that's my big question. Can he find that? Is the clock too fast? I mean, Secret are just playing really aggressive. They are entering your base at 17.5 minutes here with a Morphling.
Yeah, they're like, congrats, you used RP Doom to kill Brewmaster.
Yeah, they're basically saying your lineup is so damn slow that if Abed's not alive, we don't care. And they're bringing the heat. That is a tower down, a glyph taken. They're just going to back off. Still closing in on this Radiance for Boom, who's still top of the net worth.
They don't even really sacrifice much map control either because they have a Furion. They just need to clean up bottom lane a little bit.
Respect Abed though, right? This RP is back up. He's respawned. He's still very strong, and if you get stuck in a bad RP fight, Blacklist get to clean up.
Yeah, as long as it's not multiple heroes. If they lose like one core to an RP, I think it's kind of okay. They're going to run into mid one here. They do manage to get the RP onto 2 with the Eclipse brought in. They'll quickly clean up these 2 heroes. Can they get more? Yeah, with the Doom onto the Brewmaster, that'll be a 3rd hero down. So just what Secret didn't want to have happen was give Abed a way back into this game through a good RP initiation. And they're set up to be able to do Roshan off of that.
Yeah, that's a Dire ward doing work as well. That's a ward that's almost expiring, that's just out of sentry range. God damn, that is like a very unlucky sentry for Secret. That's why they were there, because they had full vision. They think they're strong. But sometimes a game of millimeters on the ward pays all the difference and just sets up that smoke break for Abed to find a good RP. Now, Crystallis is invis here.
Interesting opportunity with Furon giving him the vision. Now, they've already picked up the Aegis, but there are some low-health heroes, so they could surely clean some of this up as Raven maybe losing his Aegis right away, trying to get away thanks to the Decrepifying the heals. Tims will help him out. And swap back in. Still in trouble, trying to use the movement speed with Mask Madness, but the Magic Missile cuts him down, and he's going to come back in and probably just die a second time.
What a great read from Puppey here. He did so much damage in the pit with, like, Curse of the Old Growth off the Sprout in the pit, Atos on the Luna to keep her there even longer.
Damn, he actually bought that shard early.
Look at the damage, almost 4,000 from this 5-position Furion with an Atos. That is ridiculous right there. That is like the dream team fight for a Furion, and maybe the nightmare of everybody who's played against this hero. So damn obnoxious. Sick read by Secret to take that fight, and they will punish Blacklist for their greed with that RP down. Feels like every time Abed is not there to set the fight up or make something happen, it just goes horribly wrong. And that'll be the lane of Rax because, hey, that tower is dead. That glyph is gone from earlier. Seems like everything's just lining up.
That went from a situation where Blacklist, if they pick up that Aegis and are allowed to reset, then that's a 5-minute pause. Like, your Secret are probably not going to be able to break the base for a solid 5 minutes. Instead, it turns into opportunity for them to actually take a lane of barracks right away.
You just don't have Doom, you don't have RP, you don't have Eclipse. And we're seeing how weak Blacklist teamfight is without these ultimates up right now. Just not even close. Venge just overpowers these core-on-core matchups, right? The damage reduction, not as significant as...
missed out on that skewer. A little bit awkward there with the terrain. And as a result, Tims and maybe even Carlo are going to be in trouble. Raven's going to be the one who's going to be chased down by Crystallis. They got to swap back on Abed as well. Yeah, they finish up the Luna. Now Abed is making a run from it from the base. He's trying to skewer the exact opposite direction, but he's going to be caught no matter where he skewers.
Just not enough fighting power right now. There's no help for Raven to stand his ground in the engagement, like outside of the Trine armor. The supports are getting jumped first. That's a disaster, right? If you're losing your Trine and Pugna at the start of the fight, that's your sustain. That's your help for Raven to sit there and be able to take the man fight. And again, this Octarine Midas build for Gabby, it's just, you've got to find the morph. There it is.
Okay, you got him. The Morphling.
Yeah, he should. Actually, he's not going to die.
Yeah, that's too much HP. I mean, at least they'll
really
get a different kill out of it.
At least this Doom is getting down to low cooldown. Like, that's the upside here, you know? It's under 100 seconds, 75 seconds for the cooldown right now. So as long as you can keep taking the fights where you break that Linken's, you Doom the morph, in theory that fight is takeable. It's getting a bit harder because this Panda and the mid one Primal are scaling pretty damn well here, but that's what your draft's designed to do. Anti-carry versus the Morphling and then let Raven go to town. I mean, to me, this game it's like coming down to Gabby, right? Like, maybe you can hit this sick RP, but I think it's getting harder to do. And I think it really does come down to this Doom making his net worth felt in the fights. Finding the Morphling or the Panda, and going in and tanking spells, tanking damage to create the space for the RP or for the Luna to come in and clean up.
10,000 net worth lead with a lane of barracks. Secret very comfortable in this game because it's not like there's any rush here. I don't think they have to end it.
No, but there's something about Luna where it feels like the game goes late and Luna gets her items. Generally, she wins.
Yeah.
Like, his Morphling matchup is quite good. I mean, Panda can scale pretty well, but
I will say one thing about that: the Morphling can turn into the Luna, and if you have the shard,
that is true.
that's a
that's
a pretty nice bonus for
and maybe like
Morphling of all heroes.
I mean, you can also get Ags on Furion. Puppy's going to have it in this game. You also have Ags finished on Yamich. So these two supports are going to skew this carry matchup a lot too, right?
Yeah.
Like the wave of terror going through is no joke.
Yeah, if you include the damage reduction, if he gets the shard on Morphling and the damage reduction from the wave of terror.
It's a lot. So maybe that's just like, you're happy going late with that alone. You're just going to split for the buildings. Why not? I think high ground is the spookiest for Secret, right? Because that's where Mag shot is. Just start with like a harpoon skewer. Maybe swaps a bit scary on that, but...
Which is where you probably want to wait for Roshan.
Yeah, so split won't really yield anything here. Maybe that creates an opening for Blacklist to contest. If they're confident enough to smoke out and take the aggressive jump, they did finish up the BKB on Raven, so... This is a point where I think if you're Raven with this BKB, you have to just go in with your other two cores, like pop the BKB and take that fight, you know? It's not do or die, but your items are syncing up. You finished BKB on Doom as well. Like, this is where the greed is supposed to pay off. This next fight, get that debuff immunity to work wonders for you, and hope you have enough damage. There's no split still for 80, so if you can get the fight now, Boom is just walking in.
Tempted, BKB goes off the mid one, and Abed gonna be caught. Killed before anything else can go out. Carlos dead as well. They managed to grab the Luna, so no physical damage coming out from her. In fact, she's gonna make a run for it. Rod of Atos, Manta managed to dodge some of that. The BKB is only going to last so long.
Boom,
Meanwhile, it looks like the Morphling is going to die to the Doom, but Boom is still going for it. Hurricane, again, a missed skewer, just really not working out. He died to the Radiance tick.
Team, stop the Panda, please.
All of these heroes, but could not stop Boom from running down their carry.
Still, I think this is going to be a salvage team fight from Blacklist, but it costs them buybacks, right? That's Abed's buy.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice if they got some of these extra heroes that are running away, but...
I mean, at least you get that Morphling kill. That's really big that Gabby got it. Otherwise, I think you're losing objectives on the map. So it gets evened out a bit.
Also, did I see that right? I feel like Yamich tried to deny him at some point.
Yeah, Morphling he took a little bit of physical damage from the bench. Couple hits in there, 3.
The 3 hits?
Yeah, he hit him 3 times. So
wow.
Yamich, you know, says Crystallis, you shouldn't have gotten doomed. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. It was actually over a pretty long time too. It's over like 8 seconds.
I was like, am I seeing that right?
I always think that stuff's funny. Crystallis probably didn't think it was too funny.
Well, it is funny if you end up still getting the dubbing.
Yeah, that's true.
Which Secret is still on trajectory. That might have been a little bit of a speed bump in the road, but ultimately, the big objective, getting a second life on your Morphling so you can hit the high ground. That's how you're going to end this game. Getting a pick off now and again on Tim's.
Honestly,
just to help boost your net worth.
Puppy has just decimated Tim's in this one-on-one.
Yeah.
Like, it is overgrowth, the old growth plus the Sprout on the Pugna who doesn't want to hold a Quelling anymore. This is devastating for him. Made this matchup look really one-sided. Carlo on a really good obs right now, though.
So much vision, but
you wish you could use it.
They can't capitalize on it.
Yeah, RP was on cooldown for 5 seconds there, so... Still, those are the types of positioning Secret need to be careful about, right? Like, okay, Pugna's dead, but Blacklist don't care about anything if you can land a big RP or you can land the big Doom. They'll win the fight. Especially if the RP comes out before the overgrowth. That's kind of the dream, because you're going to RP multiple heroes, they're going to pop BKB out of it, and then you overgrowth them.
Yeah.
And that's the dream, because then the fight's really nice for Raven. But that sequencing, it's there if you can get the vision. And that's the best thing Carlo can do, is just set the vision up for the team fight, particularly around objectives if you can get it.
Steal away Wisdom Rune doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that would be pretty damn nice here. Boom. That's big, as we see the Ags completed for Puppy. So Puppy is still having a tremendous game here. He is ahead of mid one, in fact, on the net worth chart. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's something.
It's a thing.
Yeah, that is a Furion thing. Also a Puppy thing. When the two combine. I guess that's what you get. But this Ags will do work. It's obnoxious for this lineup.
And they're going to get this second Roshan of the game, totally uncontested. So Aegis and Cheese. Blacklist better be theory crafting and game planning how this next fight's going to go.
Aegis is a problem, because now your Doom Morphling win the fight is not on the table, right?
Yeah.
Your base defense is your best go-to now. You want to put a situation in there where you get a big Harpoon skewer back. You either kill somebody or maybe kill the Morph once and then take the fight off that.
Yeah, maybe there's some sort of world where you skewer back Morphling and you doom him on that life,
yeah,
and then you try and skewer him when he revives a second time.
There's this damn swap waiting for you.
Yeah, that's a good point. They do have the counterplay to the skewers, so
I think Yamich, this swap is really important in the fight. Like, it needs to either bail the initiation out from Abed or start, or like put a core from Blacklist in a bad position where Crystals can just hit them down.
That was, I mean, great scan, seeing the fact that Secret were making that move, but great idea by Secret to go for that in the first place. I mean, why even give them the chance to get that skewer?
Yeah.
Doesn't work out, though. And they're going to have to go through this base and these buildings the hard way.
All right, Shiva's done for Gabby. I mean,
and there's the skewer back. No
That's the good
swap
one.
just yet, and they got it for free.
Look at the clump.
Immediate RP, puts use on him in one. They're clumped up as well. They're going to be able to come back from Crystallis. Gabby trying to chase after him, but think at all these other heroes that really letting the Morphling get away is not a problem at all.
And you just can't commit with the Bruce split there. Once those cores are down, the swap did not bail anybody out.
Yamich got to be faster on that.
You get Crystallis out, I guess, but it doesn't. Like, mid one went in with the blink. Just got RP'd.
I mean, getting Crystallis out only does so much when Doom is still up.
Right,
know?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
you bailed out your Aegis carrier. So, like, congrats, right? That was your high ground siege. That's a tough siege, and that was also Arcane RP. So this RP is up again in less than 40 seconds here for Abed. That's damn nice. You can take another fight of this, even aggressive if you want, because you still have Doom. You have bots on Gabby. He can join this type of fight. This is where this game becomes scary for Secret. Like, you've had a lot of momentum. You have a lot of net worth. Your supports are pretty powerful, but Magnus is just hard to end the game against. And if you don't, you can sometimes just take over these late games. Very hard hero to team fight against.
And he's going for Nether Lens too, so he's really playing to maximize that high ground defense.
Why not? You believe in the Doom scale here. There's no downside. I think you almost have to, like, pre-split these fights. Like, send Brulings in. You do have the level 20 talent now for Boom. That helps a lot. But you have this Octarine build. You have lower cooldown split. You can send, you know, the Wind Panda in, send the Earth Panda in, start hitting a building, toss somebody up. Then someone isn't just getting skewered into a bad position at the start of the fight. I feel like that's the better route to go. I think them just showing the Morphling like that was giving Blacklist the type of fight they wanted. I guess you can also just farm Puppy into another core. I don't think Puppy's ever sad to do that.
Yeah, he's definitely trying. He's still keeping up with Midbon in net worth, so.
He's trying to farm a Lincoln's, presumably to throw it on Crystallis here, help him out versus the Doom. I mean, I wonder if we're going to see Gabby go for this Ags. Like, I feel like it'd be the next step up here, right?
Sure.
Prevent any sort of shenanigans. Also, I mean, I guess the Ags is a lot worse versus this Venge lineup, though. Like, maybe you almost don't want it.
Yeah, the big appeal is keeping the non-healing on Morphling.
Yeah, exactly.
And if he gets swapped out of that, it'd be really bad.
But maybe it's just not even a thing here.
Maybe better just build, like, Refresher or something.
Yeah, Refresher's probably going to be the go-to. Secret looking for a play mid. You have this Silver Edge on the Morph to maybe scout things out, lead with a swap if they want to.
Good scan reads by both teams here in a lot of these situations.
I mean, there's no way Secret want to go into this high ground war. Like, that just gives Abed a free fight. Your biggest goal should be to not give this Magnus a free fight right now. And this is one way you can do it. Like, send the Treants in, let them do the dirty work. Send the Illusions in, you just see something. Force Blacklist back on the map, and you can play for another Aegis here. I almost feel like that's what you should do, because I don't think going high ground without an Aegis sounds that appealing. Just sounds really hard.
All right, well, take a breather then. I mean, I don't think it's really a problem for Secret. I see the looming threat of the Magnus and such, but I mean, you know, Blacklist might slip up and give you a pick-off somewhere that does allow you to go high ground. If not, play for that Roshan. It's never a problem. Maybe get an Aghanim Scepter for free for somebody. Could scale up still on mid one. I mean, everybody scales on the side of Secret somewhat decently. So Brewmaster is maybe going to fall off the most. Doom managed to get a pick off here on the mid one, and BKB immediately got the Doom out onto the Brewmaster as well. A swap is going to be used for the damage resistance. Mid one's still going to be in trouble. He got off the cheese just in time. 100 HP left, but he saves himself with just a push of a button. Don't get a kill out of that one.
Yeah.
Does Secret feel bold enough to hit high ground while that Doom is on cooldown?
Surprised they got out of there. I mean, Abed could have committed the RP onto the Primal, but he wanted to be patient with it and hold it for Crystallis committing into the fight, which you can't blame him. Again, the sequencing there for Blacklist, you know, that's what they're looking for. Commit a Skewer back or Doom on a couple targets, hold the overgrowth for the BKBs. Hoping you're looking for the catch, but won't get it here. Downside for Secret is, like, these ults are becoming really low cooldown. That Doom is up again in 40 seconds here. It's getting harder to bait out these ults and then get something off the map, right? You kind of just have to win the fight at this point. So it'll be a cheese for some cooldowns. And Secret smoke and look to try and take advantage of the small window they have here.
Not really finding anything immediately from Blacklist side. So they may just head to the corner of the map here as Roshan's going to be spawning in a minute 15. BKB for the Morphling would definitely help things quite a bit.
Secret's just tanking up. Like, they are just building the HP on these heroes. Another high ground ward for Blacklist, and another great Doom.
Again, swap back out though, but Abed is there on the other side, grabbed by mid one before he could get off a good RP. Still has a chance though. Managed to skewer them together, now hits that RP. Crystallis is here on the side though, and he's challenging this Luna. Raven's gonna be in some trouble when mid one is still running rampant through many of these heroes. Raven's on the run, Gabby has to run out from mid one, with this BKB is gonna trample down this Doom. They clean up Tims as well. That fight did not go the way that Blacklist hoped on the start of it.
They abandoned it because of Boom buyback here, and also their base is getting destroyed by Treants right now. They're going to run the Pandas in. This is a lot of summons to deal with. Yeah, Raven just couldn't win the man fight. He got sprouted. He could not fight this Morphling on the side. No Doom on the Morph means Crystallis is a free fight. And suddenly,
Puppy going in deep here.
Yeah, you're losing your base. I mean, this is just space for the summons to go to work. How does
they
this
just
keep
gonna
happening?
all in on it? It's looking like it. Only have a little bit more damage left, and yeah, that's going to be Megas before Blacklist can even put up a defense.
Something about these games, like Blacklist just keep getting mega, even though they're not necessarily losing the fights that bad. Ults on cooldown prevents them from mustering a defense, and now you're just going to linger around. RP still on cooldown for 60 seconds. No Doom for 30. Crystallis is not afraid of anything here with a swap behind him. And it's coming down to Raven in this Eclipse. It's got to be one hell of an Eclipse here.
Trying to break through that Lincolns, give Abed an opening here. But Secret, they call it with the Doom coming up soon and then being so close to the fountain.
Yeah, why risk it when you have Megas and you can just get another Aegis, right?
Yeah. They got Roshan to take, Tormentor to grab. Lots of freebies all around.
That fight just got really displaced for Blacklist. Like, the Doom and the Mag are chasing down this doomed Panda. You get that kill, but on the backside, your Raven Luna just gets stuck in Sprout and can't join the other two cores. Really hurt them. And that was a high ground ward, so Blacklist saw everything for that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it was just a really good play by Puppy to use Sprout.
Yeah,
and just not have any counterplay available for heroes because they're running out of inventory slots and can't afford to have a Quelling Blade anymore.
Well,
it's really great stuff. That's a cool ability. Love it.
Puppy did own them there. I know you're being a little sarcastic, but like, he is actually destroying them in these fights.
He is destroying this game.
Yeah, he's played this game.
I won't let my
He's played this
Hatred
game
of
very
nature's
well.
prophet, blind me.
I feel like he's bought all the right items. He's made use of all those items in all the fight. He had that sick fight on the Roche pit. That was basically like a 2v5 that turned a lot of this game.
Yep.
He had the sick laning phase where he won top for Boom super hard, and that's the reason the Panda has just been out in front the whole time. And he's had massive impact in all these fights.
And now he's level 20.
He even has a Hex.
He
yeah,
even
now
has
he
a
gets his
disable.
choice. I mean, honestly, you might take this Sprout miss chance for the Luna. Just Perma Sprout Raven, what can he do?
Yeah.
There's no way to get him out, and
He does
100%
take
miss.
it.
Yeah, I don't blame him, dude. He knows his job. This is one of those games where I think it's actually just the straight better talent, which is disgusting to think about that he has such good level 20 talents. But man, Puppy's cruising.
Some would say broken.
He is absolutely cruising. He has been
Some
a
would
huge
say
fall.
that giving a hero that historically has never had a disable, a free disable of some kind, it's, maybe ramps up the hero too much.
You're just stuck in the past, man. I don't know what to tell you. Dota's an evolving game.
What not?
You know, I think we should.
I'm stuck in the goddamn prison. Furion is broken. 31-16, 27,000 net worth lead for Team Secret. They are just about to put themselves over Blacklist in the rankings for this group stage, and perhaps secure themselves a spot in the playoffs depending on their series tomorrow.
And these Pandas are just doing the work.
Yeah, Raven's already at half health. The Overgrowth goes out, but they have plenty of things to be able to deal with it. BKB's Manta is all going out. A Doom being put onto the Primal Beast, probably the last hero you wanted to Doom in this situation. Gabby will walk away in shame, and their throne is going to be exposed here. Skewer back, grouping up some heroes, but again, without their carry, there's not a whole lot of damage, even if they did hit a 5-man RP.
Yeah, it's probably an impossible fight, but even so, like Raven bought out for Daedalus, just dies without getting anything off. The rough